Yes, guys. Yes, people. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. We are back. We are back live for a top 4 hate watch. Sorry for the delay and everything. I've been trying to get the Sky app to work, and it's on the blink again. This motherfucker. Right, so I'm going to have to watch this on my phone. I'm going to have to watch this on my fucking phone. I can't be arsed. All right, so now I have to change the setup and everything. This is brilliant. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. We're winging it again because the Sky app stinks of piss. But bear with me. Bear with me. Can we get it to work on my phone? Or do you want to just be difficult? You're just going to be difficult on all devices. Okay, that should be good. Fucking turn. Oh, I haven't changed the settings. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Right, leave that there. And I think that will do. Okay, cool. So we can run this hate watch. We can run this hate watch. Let's go. Big up everybody, though. We are back live. We are back live. Top 4 hate watch settings. Yes, H. We're now focusing on you. Anything but a Villa victory. That's what we're looking for. Ideally, I'll take a draw and I'll run to the hills with it because it takes 2 points off Nottingham Forest. And I do still have a lazy eye looking at 3rd place. Because as things stand, I think we're only 5... Yeah, we're only 5 points off. So a draw will leave them 6 points above us. If we beat Brentford tomorrow, we lower that to 3 points. With Nottingham Forest going to... Oh, they've got Everton and Tottenham next. Can't be arsed. When is their next difficult game? Oh, shit. Yo, I've just taken a look at Forest running. You know what? Yeah, you know, unless they bottle it crazily, they're probably going to get 3rd place. Look at this running. Like, compare it to ours, because we know exactly how fucked our last 4 games of the campaign is. Look at this stupidness. So after Villa, these guys got Everton. Then they've got Tottenham. Then they've got Brentford at home, which they probably will win. Actually, no, Brentford's away record has been better than their home record this year, but like they probably will still win that anyway. Crystal Palace away, a doable tie for them. Leicester City, it's a derby, but form ain't going out of the window in this one. Then West Ham away. They've been meaty as hell recently. And then it comes down to the last game of the season. Fuck. Fielder, yo, I hear it. If there's any team that will probably do us a favor here, it is Palace. But even then, I could see a reality where Nottingham Forest win that one. Ooh, but that's the long game if they get top 4. That's the long game if they get top 4 secured. I rate that Reels pop. I rate that. If they get everything sorted, if they end up patterning 3rds, which I mean I'm not going to support them for, but if they do it, it does mean they can rest up against us at least. And if they're on the beach, if they're celebrating their top 4 their top 4 achievement, we will probably be able to get something out of that fixture. Now, if top 4's on the line, God knows. God knows. Ah, fucking hell. I had to pick something out of my hair. I can't be arsed. But yeah, if we face them on the last day and they have top 4 secured, or it's a case where even a draw secures top 4 for them, maybe we can leave with something. Maybe we can leave with something. And no. I think the FA Cup final is before our match. I know, woke nonsense and everything, but I think the FA Cup final is before the last game of the season. Yeah, it is. It's on the 17th of May. So that would mean they get a bit of a fixture pile up for the last game of the season, but West Ham would get moved to midweek. That would become a midweek tie. Hey, it's not your fault. Usually, it's meant to be after the season. This is woke nonsense. Don't worry, bro. This ain't got anything to do with you. You're good. You're good, brother. You're good, man. Shout out to the chat, though. Big up every single one of you that's in here. We are locked in for the Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest hate watch. I'm going to get the lineups up in a little set. Before anyone asks, yes, I know. I fumbled the thumbnail. I fucked it up. It was on the same preset from the City Forest watch along that I overslept through because I was hungover as fuck. And I thought I changed it. I didn't change it. But you know what? People will see the thumbnail. They know what's going on. It's Villa versus Forest. I can't be asked to go and change it on my other laptop. It's going to take another 15 minutes to do that. Long. Can't be bothered. But big up. Shout out to Pierre. Shout out to Georgie. Big up the Chester gang. Come on. It says, come on, Villa. No. You know what? I retract that statement. No. No big ups to Villa. This is an anyone but Villa stream. Anyone but Villa. Shout out to right foot left back saying Villa should be winning this. Shout out to Fielder. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Palace. They did us a favour against Brighton. Yeah, did they win? I heard they went down to 10 men. Did they win? Oh, they went down to 9 men. What the hell? 3 red cards in the space of about 20 minutes. What the hell happened in that fixture? Talk about heated derbies and all of that. Fair fucking play. Shout out to Goatsy. And what? Fair enough, man. You're big up. We need Forest to get a win or draw. United to get a draw tomorrow. Yep, joint hate watch tomorrow as well. Early kickoff and late kickoff. You lot already know the vibes. Manchester derby is the 4:30. Brentford Chelsea the 2 p.m. You already know what to expect. So yeah, it seems like we got a lot of results go our way today already. Just need to check the table, but it seems that way. So Google wants to fucking lag out. Great. So what are the results today? Wolves beat Ipswich. No one cares. Another team that wins at Ipswich bar us. Bournemouth drew with West Ham. Their bad run of form continues. And Everton drew with Arsenal. Yeah, I'm glad I swerved that one. I knew that game would be dead. I knew that game would be fucking dead. Yeah, man said they went to... it was all second yellows. Was it Anthony Taylor? It was Anthony Taylor, wasn't it? Who's the ref? I don't even say who the ref is. I'm just going to assume it was Anthony Taylor because it just makes the most sense. Yep, there you are. Shout out Jesters, my G. Big up to you. What did you say earlier? Looks like UEFA rejected the sale of the women's team. I was told that wouldn't happen. So, yeah, I saw like a little article saying that are we behind on PSR or FFP because of that? Where was it? Chelsea, UEFA. Let's type that in. So we have breached UEFA's limits on financial losses for last season after the governing body did not allow the club to count selling the women's team as income. We're in talks over a financial settlement over this, which is likely to involve the club paying a financial penalty and agreeing to a spending plan for the next 3 seasons. Well, some man wanted us to have a transfer ban. There you are. That's the closest thing we're going to get to it. That's the closest thing that we're going to get to that. Oh, dear. A spending plan, though. So that means we'll only be allowed to spend a limited amount of funds, I'm guessing. Use the fuck ton of youth players that we have and develop them. Like, all I need is a striker and maybe a left winger, and everything else we can sort out with our own academy. And, like, maybe another centre-back. 3 transfers and we're all good. 3 transfers and we're all good. I haven't even gone through the lineup yet. So, Villa versus Forest. Is that Emi Martinez? I don't know why that says D Martinez. That's a weird one. Alex Garcia, Disasi. They've rotated their entire back 4. I think that's an entire change to the back 4. I don't know if that's going to be a smart move for this game still, but I guess Emery's in 2 minds because they've got UCL. I'm guessing it's because they got UCL coming up. Maybe they got PSG away. And then Morgan Rogers on the left. Daniel Marlin will provide some width on the right. Look, even with this rotated squad, like this is still a solid team. You look at the attacking options. Morgan Rogers, Ollie Watkins, Asensio, Daniel Marlin. That is mad. That is some good depth. And then the Forest line. Cho up top. Huh? A man said Cho up top. What happened to our knee? Did he get benched? Nah, he didn't. Oh shit, he must be injured as well. Forest have no strikers. Nottingham Forest have no strikers. Interesting. Very, very intriguing, guys. How will they be able to handle playing with no striker? Will it impact their counter-attacking? Because I think Cho could still provide an outlet. But he's never really struck me as a prolific player like that. Cho just likes cutting inside off the left and just like making things tick. Like a little whipped-in cross or a whipped-in shot off the left. That's usually his bag. That is usually his bag. Oh, you think it'll be a 2 up top thing? Maybe. I've seen even some Forest fans like just scrolling through Twitter. Someone talking about Gibbs White, false 9 potentially. I don't even know. I don't know. Hell, I think the Sky app is saying that Gibbs White is going to be playing up top. No, it isn't. It's Gibbs White in behind Hudson-Odoi and Elanga. So there'll be 2 outlets between the pair of them. That would be dangerous in transition. That would be very dangerous. Now, it's just like whether they can bury their chances or not, to be honest. The age-old question. You guys would already know that from Chelsea and everything. Right, where's the thing? What are we going to do? There we go. We are nearly at kickoff. Nearly at kickoff. Need to send the link out as well. But the good thing is I have the stream up already, thankfully. But yeah, big up everybody. Hit the like, subscribe, super chat if you want to guarantee a comment gets read out. Or if you want to buy a man a coffee, just use the barcode on the top right. And bar that, let's hope we get a result that we want. Let's hope we get a favourable result. The Chelsea... Yeah, that Martin Ziegler guy. Look, I'm not paying too much attention for it anyway, because it doesn't seem like we're going to get anything dangerous like a transfer ban or anything like that as a worst case scenario. So, much to moan about nothing, innit? If the worst we have to do is pay some settlement plan, whatever, man. Go sell another Cobham grad. We'll be good. We'll be good. You know what? We could do something like buying just Chilwell and Sterling off us. That would do enough. Who knows? It doesn't seem as big news just because I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it like that. Yes, Jesters. Big up, my bro. Hope you're good.
Yeah. Oh, man. I love being me. And I love being...
I'm glad you do, man. I'm genuinely glad you do, because if you don't, then like, bro, God help you. How is everything though, man?
That thing is beautiful. It's rainy. It's in the 50s in April in Texas, and it's raining. So that's kind of out of the ordinary.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, we move. Yeah.
So so what's happening with this whole FFP thing with UEFA then?
Yeah. So UEFA is not going to justify the sale of the Chelsea women's team for 200 million when it's evaluated at 1.3. So
Wait, when it's 1.3 million,
is what the valuation of the team is.
and they sold it to themselves for 200.
Well, that's what they put on paper.
Ah, so what they're saying, like, it's too inflated, and it's like it's fraudulent.
Well, they just don't like to accept stuff like that because at all, because it's a one-time thing. You can never do it again. So you did that this year to get past it. What's your plan for next year to get to manage to get under FFP? Do you have a plan? So that's what I was trying to get to yesterday, is we cannot continue to spend more than the revenue we bring in, because eventually that catches up to you.
But that's also why UCL is so important, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is. But again, you can't sit there and say, we're going to be in UCL every year so we can project that revenue every year. The things you can project every year are TV revenue, sponsorship, right? Sponsorship deals, gate revenue.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to ensure that whatever you do, those three things are going to cover the cost of what you do. Everything else after that is gravy, right? You can't count to be in UCL every year. You can't count on how far you're going to go in UCL. If you make budgets based on that, you will end up running, in the red eventually, and you will end up having to blow everything up.
And like you're saying, that's not what Clear Lake's been doing, but that's what we're asking Clear Lake to do, basically.
No, they've had to do. This is what Roman had to do. You do understand that UEFA has an open case against us because of things that happened during the Roman reign here.
Yeah, and that's taken like years to get to a conclusion.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It's always going to take years, and it's going to end up in a fine. But what that teaches you is Chelsea do not bring enough money in to buy the players we've been buying.
And are we saying, wait, the players that we've been buying recently, or like back in the Roman era?
The only reason we were able to buy those players is because Roman put $1.5 billion of his own money into the club.
And he just paid off wherever the loss was.
There you go.
Like, he just filled that up himself.
Or he would make deals like, hey, I'm going to fund Vitesse so we can send loanees to Vitesse. So on paper, we look like we're doing everything above board. But he was the one financing Vitesse. So we could send loanees out. So it's just one of those things that people need to understand. When you talk about FFP and PSR, that's not real money. That's money you can show on paper, right? It's not actually what's in your bank account. It's what you can show on paper. P&L statements are just paper. It's not real. So we tried to activate another clause that we did from the season before, and they just didn't let us do it a second time. Right. And also because like the numbers for valuation is nowhere near what we tried to put it up as. Correct. So I'm gonna explain something else, because everybody wants to say, why are we in debt now when Roman left us debt free? Roman did not leave us debt free. He wrote off $1.5 million worth of debt, $1 million or $1 billion worth of debt, and told the new ownership, you have to spend that money instead. That's in the contract. Before you can do anything else with this club, you have to spend the $1.5 billion I wrote off.
So he's wrote it off and then had them pay it off.
And no, they had to spend it because he wrote it off.
Oh,
That's
so that
part of
I've
the
spent this
contract.
much, you're spending this much too if you're buying the
Correct.
club.
Before you can get out of selling the club, you had to spend 1.5 billion of your own
But even
money.
then, they're still locked in for another 7 years, no?
Sure. They're not going to sell because you're at a loss. They're running losses every year. Blue Co runs at a loss. Until they're profitable, they're not going to sell because you don't realize the loss until you actually sell the asset. So until
But isn't that going to be a while because we took loans out from banks? That's what I heard.
No, that has nothing to do with nothing. Okay, those loans out from banks, that has nothing to do with nothing. It's
that's sick. Mattson, good save. Sorry, go for
no, that's fine. Everything that was bought with billionaires' money, right? Clear Lake is an investment firm. So they had the capital to buy. They didn't have to go out and take huge loans. These are loans basically that are within the Clear Lake organization, right? You sell shares and you raise money. And that's how they bought the club. They didn't go, every club on earth goes to a bank when they go to make a transfer fee. Because most clubs don't have 100, 200, 300 million in cash sitting in accounts. That's not how shit works.
Mm-hmm.
So you go get a loan to pay the transfer fee. Then you have to service that loan. Usually it's tied to assets, so there's zero to very little interest on it because you tie it to an asset. And that's how most people clubs run, and that's how it works.
There we go. Okay. Go on. Nah, nothing. All right. So, in terms of this whole thing, then are we just gonna have to wait another couple months to hear the conclusion on it? Then
it's gonna be a fine.
Okay, minor fine.
Monetary fine. Yeah, because again, what people don't also understand is Chelsea is a huge brand, right? So
yeah.
Are you gonna cut off your nose to spite your face?
No one would, to be fair. That's an inviting cross, and no one's on the end of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, you're good. You're doing watch long. So UEFA is not going to take an asset where they can make money off of out of a competition if they can find a way to settle a dispute monetarily. The same thing from the Premier League was never going to relegate Man City. Because what you basically then would admit that your 4-time champion back-to-back were cheaters, and you allowed it.
Mm-hmm.
Now
you come off hella incompetent with that. I hear it.
Yeah, so they're not going to do that. They're going to get let off with a fine. Chelsea will be let off with a fine. And the end game of all of this is PSR and FFP are going to go away. Because every time they take a team to court on a PSR and FFP issue, they lose at CAS.
And it also makes it a lot more difficult for like mid-table clubs to stabilize themselves higher up.
Yeah. We just own AP. Yeah, look, Fraser, I agree with you. Nothing's going to happen to City. I always said nothing's going to happen to City. It was all those people who were pissed because City kept winning.
Yep.
And that's the way they thought they could beat them. Well, beat them on the fucking pitch.
That's why we kept telling you all the discourse is coming from United fans, Arsenal fans, and fucking Liverpool fans. Barely any Chelsea fans really cared about the City situation or actually wanted them to be found guilty. I want them to be found innocent just to dunk on all of them lot. Yeah. Fuck it. You want to beat Man City, just be better than them like Liverpool is now. That long shot was just hit and hope.
That's Tielemans. That's what he does.
Yeah, that ain't Kepa in goal. You ain't getting away with that one. Yeah, no, that was always going wide. Fuck me.
Yeah. No, that's the Strasbourg keeper.
Yeah, Matt Sells.
Yeah.
Has got the joint highest clean sheets in Forest history right now.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this then, Lewis. Was Matt Sells on anybody's radar for a keeper?
No, no. Like when I hear people complain that we didn't go and bring back cells, it's like nobody was talking about cells.
You
Not a
know why
single
cells?
person was.
You know why cells are so good? Because the defense in front of them is good. Yeah, it makes a freaking
It goes
difference.
both ways, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could sit there and say, well, Sanchez is crap. Well, Sanchez saved us a point, 2 points yesterday. Did he not?
He had a better game. He had a better game.
The save he needed
He's
to make.
lucky as hell that goal got disallowed. But if we're going to
Absolutely.
talk the whole 90-minute performance, that was probably his only real fuck up.
Mhm.
So you know what? I'll leave it. I ain't going to like focus on him too tough. But he's still a straight net negative. Even if we have a good game, more time he's going to do something stupid.
Every team is cheating on FFP if they're actually trying to win, because it retards the way you can form your team. So everybody tries to cheat.
Yeah, it's just about whether you can get away with it if the loopholes are good enough.
There you go. There's this old saying in racing, in stock car racing: if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Word to Eddie Guerrero and all that. And to guys in the chat asking as well, anything but a Villa win is good for us. Ideally a draw, because I'd like us to be 3 points behind Forest. But if a team's got to win, Forest. Because Villa are a point behind us if they win. That's the bigger problem.
Doesn't Villa have a hard run in though?
Who?
Does Villa have a hard run in at the end of the season?
Let me double check. Forest don't. Forest have a relatively easy run in. Bar Palace and us. So they've got Southampton straight after the PSG game, so forget that. Newcastle after the second leg though, which they usually don't do well coming out of UCL ties. Southampton I think will be the anomaly, but Newcastle that could go either way. Fuck the pass to Hudson-Odoi there. No, that was a Langer. After Newcastle, they've got City away. Again, could go either way. Then Fulham, then Bournemouth. And then they end with Spurs and United. So it is a bit tricky before the last 2 games of the season. It is a little bit tricky for them. And if they progress against PSG, then they're going to have UCL games in between Fulham and Bournemouth too.
That was cold. That was cold.
What happened? All right, Rodgers. Oh, there we go. 1-0. There we go.
Cold. He just like, I just think I'll just hit this with my left foot.
Cold finish, yeah. Side foot into the corner. Accurate. Good pass towards him as well. Villa have been the ones that have had the majority of the threat anyway. Forest have played hella deep through this first half.
Here's my prediction. Forest is going to fall off.
I just don't see it. Like with the games that they have, I can't see them not being top 4.
Okay, well, are they missing 2 strikers right now?
Yeah, like that's a question mark for me still. That's a great pass, but the defensive line isn't even like fully straight up. It's very easy for Rodgers to time that.
That's a clean finish.
Great pass though. Great pass, great finish. Defensive line was like that. That weren't no line. That was like a curve. Is it a good thing that Villa are winning? No, not really.
You want to draw.
Like it does mean we can catch. Like if we do our job tomorrow, it don't matter like that. If anything, it just closes up the gap on third. But I'd ideally want the gap behind us not to close up as well. Either way, like it's like regardless of the result, there's going to be some positives, some negatives.
Yeah. Although Villa of the 2 teams tends to drop points in games they shouldn't.
Who, Villa? Yeah. I hear that. That's why they're still like around 8th and everything.
Right. They tend to drop. I mean, I can see them losing to South, or at least maybe not getting all the points against Southampton. After PSG?
Southampton, though. They're hopeless.
I'm just saying, after PSG, that would be one of those things. Oh, it's going to be easy. We just got done, And also, it matters what happens in the PSG game, right? If you get your back door blown out, you ain't going to want to turn up against Southampton.
Oh, they're going again. Maatson across the box is 2-0. Daniel Marlin, yo, Forest, yeah, you might have just spoke this into existence. They're falling apart. Fucking hell. 2-0 in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forest are dying out here. Fucking hell.
We are the third best defense in Premier League. That's awful. If that's true, woo. What does it say about the league?
Yo, Matson's just completely done that right back. Is that Milinkovic? No, that's not. I think that's Nico Williams. I can't tell.
I think that's the right back.
No, that is Yates. Yeah, good work from Matson there. Really good. Like he's been on fire on that left-hand side first 15. Seemed very, very like confident in possession. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even get through the super chats as well. Apologies. Big up to Owens. I think that's Owens. Said Arsenal game had me licking my lips. Was it even like that? That just made me like unconsciously lick my lips. So thank you for that. But I didn't watch any of the Everton Arsenal game. I knew it was going to be a snooze fest, and I got back to the yard late. So I just slept through that. I knew it would be like 1 or 2 goals. I wasn't going to run a hate watch. Yates, shit shot. And that hit a deflection. But yeah, go check the highlights. I'll go check the highlights. I don't even think there would be a lot of highlights, but here we are. Blessed for the donation, though, Owens. Big up to you. And shout out to Godswill saying, hang on a moment. I moved to Texas from SW6, mate. Jeez, really? Hey. Talk about a small world, man. Fucking hell, you're big up, bro.
Welcome. Now you have good food.
You must have taken the weather with you, too, from the sounds of it.
Now, the weather's been weird this year.
Oh, has it been, like, unnaturally rainy over there? Dominguez shot wide again.
Yeah, let's not get into that because you know what? As long as this old blue marble's been spinning, the climate's been a changing. So doesn't matter if we were here or not. The dinosaurs about that shit. Oh, you can't. They're dead.
I'm not even trying to think that deep into it. I just want to have a heat wave for once. Last 2 years, the summers have been dead here.
Fraser, you want me to really answer that question? I actually love what he's doing with the stock market. I actually love it.
I wouldn't have a response to it at all. I won't front.
Oh, I'm not a free trader at all. Never have been. Wrote papers against free trade when I was in high school when they were debating it. No.
Oh, that's a good pass again. Tielemans didn't even get a chance to look at it, really. Yo, the weather's sunny here still. Like, the weather's been pretty decent the last couple days. Right now we've got 16 degrees and just straight sunlight. No clouds, no nothing.
It's not raining?
Nah, not raining over here. We've got like summer skies, all of that. It's a rarity. I just want to enjoy it while it lasts. I'm glad this is here for my birthday weekend, isn't it?
Is your birthday weekend?
Well, next week.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you, brother. Big up Jimmy by G. Yeah, I did see that. Yo, that was a mess, but it was an entertaining mess. Like, Charlotte was just getting more and more rattled by the day. Shout out to Scotty Cadet as well. Big up, bro. He says, big up, fam. Been silent lately. Busy. Life is life, of course. There's never any issue with that. But I've been listening at work at home. Oh, shit. So still appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Keep the contents going, brush. Champions League next season. Up there, Chelsea. Yes, I believe we're getting UCL. I really believe we're getting top 5. We'll see the injuries that we potentially get towards the run-in, but the injuries that our rivals have got all seem pretty debilitating. And, like, we have Jackson and Palmer back. And, like, a lot more fresher. And I think they needed the time off. I think they needed the time away from the spotlight. So, as long as we do our thing in the next 4 games, I'll have a lot more confidence for the remaining 4, if that makes sense. And then we just have to see if like certain tangibles going into those games work in our favor. Like, do Liverpool win the league before they play us? Maybe we get them on the beach. Do Forest get top 4 confirmed? Newcastle, God knows. United, God knows. I want to say we beat United, but we're so shit against them. I can't even like just call it like that. We have a habit of always making that game difficult.
Lewis, why can't we be third?
Hey, never know. Right now, I'm just trying to lock in top 4, top 5. Anything to me is a bonus. You go and get me third, cool. Like, again, I got a lazy eye on third place. Like, if we get in the position where we're within arm's reach of it, then I'm going to start thinking more about it. Until then, like, just go get me top 4. Go get me top 4, top 5. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Big up to Scotty Cadet, though. Always appreciate seeing you in the chat. Big up to every single one of you in the chat as well. Run up the likes, people. Run up the likes. Now, my birthday's actually on the Wednesday. But, like, the Ipswich game, I think I'm going to go to because it's birthday weekend. Well, honestly, it'll depend on my state after the Saturday. Or the whole weekend in general, to be honest. I said Forest focus might be on the FA Cup. I don't even think it's that thing. Like, it's that. It's because only 2 games. It's not that deep. Elanga, he's done well. He's done really well, but it's just curved wide.
Can you imagine they sold that kid and kept Garnacho?
I can't believe they tried to hike up the price for Garnacho for 60 mil. I would have accepted the first offer. Yeah, what do you want for Garnacho? Here you go. I'm still genuinely insulted that we tried to bring him to Chelsea. Like that still drives me nuts.
That's it is what
all
it
because
is.
of shot volume. That's barely even on target with him.
Yeah, they're looking for a specific skill set for the left wing position, and they just want one of them. They don't want the other one to be a sec. And that's going to be the Mudryk profile, the speedster that can, create something out of nothing. And I think that's what, if you're going to say that Garnacho could do something, he has the ability to beat his man because of the physical attributes he has. He's not a great technical football, but his athleticism is elite. And that's what they're looking for in that position. That's why we're looking at Gittins.
Well, no, you got caught there.
I'm looking at Gittins for that same reason, just because he's a phenomenal athlete.
Cho. Oh, wide as well, but he probably should have played that to Elanga. It was a bit selfish there, but it nearly paid off. Now, he is athletic, I'll give you that, but in terms of the technical attributes, brother can barely take on a man. He's got a decent cross off the left-hand side. I say decent. And his shooting is genuinely just get the ball and spam shoot in any bit of space. And more time, it don't even go on target. Like, I don't rate that brother at all, man. When I saw, we see his talent and potential, I'm thinking, yeah, buzzwords, get out of him, man. I don't know what you watch in him and, rate him. Shout out to Deals as well, man. Big up, my brother. Always good to see you in here. Big up, bro. Big up to Dems,
He'd be fine if you could get him for, 25 million. Because then you could actually sell him on if he didn't work out. But at 60, you can't sell him on if he doesn't work out because there's no market for him.
But I'm not trying to buy Garnacho just to flip the brother. It's like, I want someone that can help us now, innit?
No. But that's not what I'm saying. Everybody who's bought is going to be bought at a cost that if they do not work out or something happens, they can be sold for a profit. We have to do that because the revenue we bring in is not sufficient to continue to take.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying I'm against the whole project of developing and flipping parts of the team. I don't mind that, but I'm not looking to buy Garnacho for that.
No, I was just saying that if at 25 million, you have a market for him if he doesn't work out. At 60, you don't have a market if he doesn't work out, right? Because you don't look at
as well. Because that with Chelsea, you see him probably enter his 3rd or 4th professional first team season. And if he still looks as shit as he does at United, I don't think anyone's buying him for about 25, 30, 35.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what people will buy.
I probably would be. I won't front. But I don't see it at all. I don't rate him one bit.
No, I don't either. I'm not saying we should buy him. I understand.
You're saying like if it's a bit cheaper, you'd hear it.
Well, it's like my argument with Reece James. Reece James is on 250.
Cho and Elanga. Woods behind.
So there's a difference between being injured a lot and making 40K a week and being injured a lot and making 250K a week, right? The club can justify you making 40K and being injured. It's very hard to be the highest paid player in the team and being injured all the time. That's because
Reece only gets it because of his level. That's a rarity.
And it's not like I hate Reece. I think he's the best right back in the world when fit. He's one of the best players in the world when fit. Period.
Yeah.
But I'm a Chelsea fan, not a player fan. I want what's best for Chelsea Football Club. And if that means Reece can't continue to stay fit and we need to move him on because we can't sustain him being not fit at that rate, I'm okay with it. Because I'm a Chelsea fan first and a player fan second.
But here's the thing. Like a few months ago, I would have heard it a bit more just because he kept getting those niggling injuries. I think he's been fit since January now. This is probably the fittest period we've had from Reece in years. So it does seem like he's finally starting to overcome it. But still, like plenty of time to go, obviously. But
they haven't removed his limiter yet, though, have they?
The what?
They haven't removed his limiter.
His limiter.
They've limited how he plays, right? The bombing runs, you're not really.
Oh yeah.
So they got limiters on him, right? They got the brakes on. Wait till they take the brakes off and see if his body's going to hold that. I hope.
But even then, I feel like that's part of like the long-term plan to slowly ease him in. Like we saw what Maresca said in the last press conference, where they're aiming to get Lavia fitter for next season. Like this season, they've got him doing 11 games. They want to get him to do double that next season, and they're trying to slowly ease him back into being a regular first teamer as well. Maybe it's just like part of the process with these injury-prone players.
It should have been always this way. But we've had managers in the past. Oh, he's fit. Let's throw him back in there 100%. And
1, 2, 3, 4. All of them. They all did it. Maresca's genuinely the first one to have just said, leave it. Actually, no, I won't lie. Tell a lie. I don't even think Potts rushed him back, to be honest. He was injured way too much to even be rushed back.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably so. He's been injured a lot over the last few years.
Cho, he's missed the pass again. Oh, that's a decent switch. No, decent idea. Liverpool offered the Sugo a weekly wage of 42.5k, but were blown out the water by Chelsea, offered 85. Hold that. That counts another rejection. I'll take that.
Why would we give a Sugo 80k when Lavia's on 40k, 45k? Because Sugo's not injured all the time.
I was gonna, that walk straight in. That's as simple as that. Man can't ask for an extension when you can't play 20 games. I wouldn't sell him, but same way you can't ask for no pay rise. You can't. No reason for it. Yeah, I've seen the Gittins links as well. Apparently very high on our list. He's meant to be like one of Dortmund's standout players this season. Even though they've not had a good campaign, I think he's like one of their only rays of light. So there's probably something there. I'm guessing he's another one of those goal threat wingers.
He's pace and power, P&P.
So one of the more direct types, I'm guessing.
Yep.
All right, cool. I understand why we're looking at him then.
Because Madueke is a direct left footer. Neto is not direct. Sancho is not direct. They're both more playmakers than direct scorers. So you have balance on both sides now. And both
I see the vision.
Sancho and Neto can play left or right. I don't know if Gittins can play right, and I don't think Madueke can play left.
Let me
I think
check.
eventually he wants wingers who can play either side so he can flip them mid match.
I do remember Maresca trying it against Palace late on, playing him on the right side. Yeah. I think Gittins can play both sides. Just checking on transfer market.
Okay, when I mean direct, Neto will look for a pass. Other wingers are going to look to score first. Neto is not if a pass is available and the shot's not there, he's going to make the pass. Okay, if you turn that around and Madueke is in the same position, more times than not, he's going to shoot.
Again? Yo, Disasi's just dashed him. Yeah, you ain't getting a foul for that either. Shoulder to shoulder, man. Hold that.
But I was told that Disasi couldn't play center back.
The what?
Like, they're going to buy him, right? Villa's going
Hey,
to buy Disasi.
More power to him, man. It just didn't suit us.
Well, he was playing right back this year.
Yeah, I know he played right back against Brentford. Which I'm guessing maybe just had more support on the right-hand side. Because there was those games where we play him as the right centre-back in a free, and then you'd play, because it was the Conference League or the Cups, you'd be playing Dewsbury Hall on the right with him, or Noni would be having a lazy game tracking back or something. It was just him by himself.
Yeah. He's always been a
It was just never going to work.
Yeah, no. Gittins plays both sides, okay. I've only seen him on the left deals.
Yeah, apparently you can play down both sides.
Well, that's nice because because Kenda can too. The kid we just signed from Sporting, he can play left and right. And he comes in not this summer, but next summer. So
Quenda can play left too.
Kenda plays on the left most of the time. Most of his highlights I've seen off the left.
I swear I just saw a comp with majority of him playing on the right.
Yeah, he plays on the left too. He's a two-sided left-footed.
No, it might have just been one of those solitary game comps. And he might have just been playing on the right, that one.
But that's what Maresca wants. He wants wingers that he doesn't have to worry about what foot and what side. Right?
Also allows for a bit more fluidity. We've seen him try to make rotations within the front line during game. Switching who's in the top, switching who's on either wing. Gives you more variation, I guess.
Right, but it also allows you to play a right-footed left back if you have a left-footed winger. And he likes to do that.
Yes, Reece James, for example. We've seen that. And Reece even looked comfortable on the left-hand side. And again, it protects him too because he has to do less running on that side.
I don't know who you would want to have cut in from the left on his right foot other than Reece James. Name somebody else on the team that has a better right-footed strike than Reece James.
And we know Gusto absolutely stinks on the left. We need to get him cooking on the right again first. I don't think Esteval can play both, but maybe they'll try and get him to. He's still young enough that you can develop him into that.
I've seen him mostly in the 10 and the right wing, but I think I've seen that he's got enough that he can play anywhere he wants to on the pitch. That's the thing about people who can actually play the sport in all phases. You can play him almost in any position because
a Hazard, for example.
Right.
I just tell him, just go play football. Hell, Palmer's slowly starting to get there as well. He's starting to get a lot better on that left-hand side.
And he needs to. Because if you're only a threat, if you're on one side of the pitch, it's easy to defend. It's like if you only have a 1 foot, you're easy to defend. For the life of me, because I watched NBA basketball in the 80s and the 90s, and the defense was taught, you shade their strong hand and make them make a shot with their offhand. It's the same thing in football. Make them, if they're left-footed, make them use their right foot. What's the chances that Mo Salah is not as good with his right foot than his left foot? So how does he continue to get on his left foot? Because you're not shading the left foot. You're playing him straight up.
And even then, his playmaking on the right has improved as well.
Yeah.
But like, I was complaining a lot about Palmer playing on the left first half of the campaign, but like now I'm starting to see the vision a bit more because it has just been a development for him. And maybe that's part of the reason why Maresca kept saying at the first half of the campaign, this season's just about me getting the best out of the squad and getting more and more improvements out of them. This might have been one of the things he was talking about. Keep trying Palmer on the left, keep trying to just get a bit more out of him and a bit more output, and then eventually you have a much more well-rounded Palmer that could be a fucking beast next season.
There you go. I don't see how you...
But hey, Maresca's made Palmer worse and all of that.
Yeah.
I love that narrative, man. Some of the narratives I've seen this season have been fucking hilarious. Because there's just been contradictions left and right and everything. I went from complaining that Maresca ain't pragmatic enough or doesn't know when to be pragmatic, and then they complained that he was pragmatic against Spurs.
Hey, if somebody doesn't like somebody, they're gonna come up with a reason.
Mm-hmm. Maresca's boring. Bring back Mourinho. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. We need experience. Bring John Terry back. All of that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember you saying that, Maldini, but like, shit, I know your hit rate on stuff like this, so I'm just gonna take your word for it.
Yeah. Look, you only ever learn in life through failure or by doing things you're not comfortable doing. If you just stay in your lane, you're never going to learn anything because you're comfortable. There's no adversity.
Mm.
When you overcome adversity, you learn and you become better.
How good is Bade? I still haven't got the chance to properly research him. All I've seen is that he's good playing out at the back and ball carrying. I haven't seen enough of his like defensive actions and everything. But apparently they see him as a Fofana profile, but everyone's told me he's slow as hell, so probably isn't.
Hopefully they're not using the ratings on FIFA to get that. You know, man.
One of them did as a joke. A few of the others are like, no, he's not fast. He's not fast. I wouldn't know. I've only seen him playing out the back and ball carrying.
Yeah. And you're gonna have to tell me where all the other center backs we have on our roster are going to go first.
I don't know. Just because like I'm so indifferent to a lot of them. The only one I rate is the most injury-prone one. So it's just like I can't even say too much with you.
Yeah, I think
Badiashile, like I could quietly maybe see him go if like he really pushed for it. Disasi obviously will leave. Colwell, I think, will leave if we don't get UCL. Because I said I heard about
maybe we should not get UCL.
There you are. No, but I did hear like from one of my mates that met his reps that apparently that would be the case.
Yeah, I don't rate him. I think he rates himself way highly than anybody else out there. I mean, you're supposed to be a defender, and anytime somebody touches you, you fall over like you just got hit by hurricane force winds. You know, you bitch and complain and stop while people are going down there and scoring, and you're looking for the ref to call a foul.
The Brighton game.
No, can never be my center back.
Honestly, I just think the role he has is too big for him. He should be on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind Badiashile being given an opportunity to try out from the back. Because like, he's had some good games, like he's had some howlers as well, but it's been a lot more few and far between with him.
I know he's better in the air than Colwell. I can guarantee.
Oh yeah, yeah. Disasi, fucking hell! Oh yeah, that shot. Oh boy, I just went crazy for a second.
He does have that Rudiger in him, though. We've seen that.
Yeah, especially with the goal celebrations and everything. We'll be trust falling into the away end and all sorts.
I agree with you, Deals. Tosin has been better than Colwell this year.
Yes.
I think
there was a time this season where I was saying he was our best centre back or performing centre back.
Chalobah had one good game. Deals. One good game. Let's not do this.
I'll say two. Okay, I'm going to throw the Tottenham game with the Wolves one.
Okay. I mean, it's fair enough if you want to. But I I've seen
I know your point still stands, though. Your point still stands.
Chalobah's, that issue will probably end up in Italy. If I'm being honest, I think AC Milan and both Juventus both have interest in him.
AC Milan been looking at him for a while now. Hell, we're already in talks because like there's been rumors of Rafael Leao and all that.
That's not going anywhere. Leao is crap. He's worse than Marcus Rashford. Seriously. I watch him on the regular, and they don't even start every game anymore.
Yeah, because I know he's had a much more frustrating campaign this year. Like the last 2 or 3 seasons before, he was an output machine and a chance creation machine. And now it's just a lot more of what he's trying to do doesn't really work off. He still had a lot of good moments for them this season, but it's not the same as the last couple of years.
If you ask AC Milan fans, they don't care if he stays or leaves. They rate Christian Pulisic over Rafael.
If you ask AC Milan fans, stock up that high over there. I know he's done well, but I didn't think it was that well.
Yeah, he broke Kaká's record in for assists in a season.
Huh? Oh shit! Fair play to him, man. Yes. Guys, don't build all of my beliefs on him just based off the documentary. I actually don't mind Pulisic. They just caught me on a bad moment. He didn't clap the fans, so I end up cussing him out. That's just it. They ain't Havertz or nothing though. He's all good. Would I take Branthwaite from Everton?
No.
Yeah, because like Everton, like they specialize in like box defenders, and we play too high up for that.
It's Pulisic. It's on Paramount or Peacock in the United States. On the tip.
Yeah, Pulisic. There was a Pulisic documentary, and they took one of the clips from my fan cam when we lost to Newcastle. I cussed him, Havertz, and I think Ziyech out for not clapping the fans. It was when we lost 1-0, and there was that shit lineup with Broja and Gallagher up front. Yeah, deals. They want Poch back. It's like, okay, you want to go from hamstring injuries to hamstring injuries. Okay.
And guess what? The U.S. men's national team fans want Poch to go back to Tottenham.
He's already lost faith that quickly.
Oh, he's shit.
Oh, brother. Like, I thought people would still be running the whole best U.S. manager we've ever had thing and everything. Or at least the tournaments. But nah, okay, he's lost the fans in record time. Standard, isn't it?
We won every tournament before he came in, basically. We ain't won nothing since he's been here.
No man talking about Donald Trump helping you win the World Cup or some bullshit.
People are weird. He's a president. What does that have to do with the World Cup?
Born waffler, man. Like that just reminded me of last season's press conferences. Like Maresca would just contradict himself. Pochettino was a waffler on top of that.
Yeah. First of all, if you take anything that's said in a press conference seriously, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's y'all's problem.
Not word for word, innit? But like you can get some nuances from it.
He look.
Like some of the stuff about tactics, obviously who's fit, who isn't fit.
But yeah, most of it's waffle. And the questions are terrible anyway from the journalists.
Oh, did you see the Arteta ones?
No, I don't watch them.
Oh, 1 second. 1 sec, I'm gonna show you this. This is the sort of shit questions that man get asked. Where is it?
No, all managers waffle in pressers. That's their job.
No. This isn't even a waffle thing. This is about the sort of questions that get asked.
No, I was.
Oh yeah, you're looking at the chat. My bad. It was on a different tab. Look at this shit.
Oh yeah, I saw this. I saw this clip about the best looking manager.
Yep. Best looking manager in the league. We use AI to generate the results of that.
Isn't it the same club that has a dating?
My mom and dad should be very proud for the job that they did.
Stadium.
Yeah, they've got Arsenal dating or some shit. Where it's like you gotta go to a match and have a date through that. Like, who's having a date at the football?
And why would you
Like,
want to date a
you wanted
loser?
to try and like talk to the girl, do something with them. Like, I'm not trying to like have chat like that while I'm watching a game.
Yeah. And again, why would you want to date a loser?
Oh, ain't that facts?
I mean, it just is what it is.
I always said if I'm dating an Arsenal fan, I'm just going on top all the time to assert dominance.
Or from
Love the
behind,
shit.
so you don't have to see the face.
Hey, yeah, either or, either or.
Yeah.
And they will always finish second. Always finish second. Makes sense, innit?
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Yeah, I do actually want to see like the videos of it when it comes out because it sounds like such a failure waiting to happen.
No, man.
But like
Just
one of
play
them beautiful car crashes.
Just play football. If you have to do all these other things, then you know that what's going on in the field is not making the supporters happy.
Yeah, it's all distraction stuff. That's why they announced Andrea Berta like around the international break. And then instantly dropped, hey, we're looking at Gyökeres, guys. Here's something for you to be gassed about for the summer. We're looking at him. We are developing strong interest in him. And all of that shit.
Well, first of all, Arteta's system doesn't suit Gyökeres. Because here's the thing. With a dominant striker, you have to play to them to get the best out of them. Right? Gyökeres is he's going to be your star boy. So what does star boy do now?
Getting my plug, I can still hear you.
You know what happens to star boy if they get a new star boy? Because if you're not feeding the beast, he's not doing anything for you. Because Sporting plays to his strengths.
Yeah,
So
their creativity is near non-existent anyway.
So are we saying that Arteta's going to redo his entire system to accommodate a striker that you have to redo your whole system to accommodate?
To be fair, though, he has changed his system a good chunk of times.
Yeah.
Like 22-23, they were free-flowing, and then they just became this shit knockoff Mourinho. Now they're just set-piece merchants and just pass the ball to the right and pray.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe he'd end up tweaking it again, but even then, I don't even think they get Gyökeres. I've always tried to explain their striker situation. I've said, like, unless you lose one of them, why the fuck would Gyökeres join for less wages? If he joined on less wages than Havertz and Jesus, he needs to sack his agents immediately. I don't care if he's on 25k a week or whatever. Don't give a shit.
And this goes to my point. If you pay somebody like Havertz, 280k a week, the person you bring in to replace him is going to want over that.
Mm-hmm. And then you tell that to Arsenal fans and they're just going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was talking to Gyökeres' agent. They'll just start doing the disingenuous crap.
Yeah.
You ain't got a response for it, bruv, because this is what you lot have done. Yeah. Arsenal's project was genuinely worrying to me until they bought Kai Havertz and then they fumbled everything.
Well, when they bought Jesus, I knew it was over with. Because he went and bought.
No, but Jesus is at least doing something, and even then, you could afford to get one more striker on more than him. It just had to be the guy, and instead, you got the donkey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and then they persisted with Martinelli in the left wing and didn't upgrade that position at all. And I was like, oh.
Watch this Martinelli purple patch before the end of the campaign is going to keep him there for another year. It's like clockwork.
Let's hope. We don't need a left wing now. Martinelli's back.
We don't need a striker. We got Mickey Marino.
Yeah.
Who, I'll be so real, looks like a better forward than Havertz. He looks like a better striker.
But Havertz is not a striker.
I don't even think he's a football player.
He would be an old school 4-4-2 guy.
Oh, what, like the facilitator, hoof it to the big man and get it down to the small man.
That's his role.
I actually could envision that. Because he has got a bit more physical over there. I could see him being able to hold the ball up.
And play it.
Well, that's what I've always said for Arsenal. Like, they shouldn't be looking for a striker. You should be trying to get a goal-scoring left winger. They should be putting everything at like a Nico Williams or a Lookman or a fucking Rafael Leao or someone who'd be like the main focal point for them off the left.
Yeah, none of those players are actually going to be any good in the Premier League. Nico Williams, pace and power, buddy. No tech. He's got zero tech.
I've heard Lee Gunner say a few things about that because like he watches La Liga regularly, so I listen to his input on that.
Yeah. Look, I come from a different generation of sport where tech was more important than your athletic prowess in certain positions. And now I
miss those days, man.
And now it's just, hey, he can run faster, so we're going to pick him instead. But he can't.
That's what the Premier League's become, though. It's become a running league.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I'm just hoping this phase wears out soon.
Yeah. As much as things changed, much as things changed.
Well, like, give me a bit of both. Like athletic and tech, that would be nice.
Yeah, and that's why we're looking at getting. So you have an athletic and a tech winger, both for both foot.
Oh wait. Oh shit! I've just seen a stat as well. Nottingham Forest have now conceded as much as Chelsea. Mad. So where are we? So yeah, third best defense in the league now. Intriguing. Very, very intriguing.
That's
in spite of all of the shit that we've all said about our centre backs and goalkeeper, which have been deserved, by the way. I ain't gonna take that back, but all that to be the third best defense in the league is so funny, bruv.
Oh, yeah,
where are we for goals scored?
Oh, we're up there. I think we're tied with City, or at least on goals difference.
So Liverpool have more, Arsenal have more, City have more, and that's it. So fourth best attack in the league, third best defense in the league, but Maresca's improved nobody.
Right. That's the narrative.
Very interesting. Now, you know what? I'm tweeting that as well. Third least goals conceded.
Oh, let's make sure those are accurate because people are.
No, they are. I've just double checked. For goals for, only City, Arsenal, Liverpool have scored more. For goals against, only Liverpool and Arsenal have less. Only them.
You are correct.
That is funny, bruv. Do Tottenham have more what? More what than us? Goals scored?
Yeah, they have one more goal scored than us.
Oh, so it's fourth then. Fourth most goals scored in the Prem.
Yeah.
Palace? No, Palace. We have more than Palace. We're on 50. We're on 54. They're on 39.
Yeah, but they've only given up 35 goals.
Yo, they've conceded that. Yeah, because they've been like the best defensive team this year. Which, I mean, funnily enough, has been all since they dropped Chalobah, who's actually doing pretty well for them. But
So we're the fourth best defense and the fourth best offense.
Fourth best defense, fourth best attack. Fucking hell.
Which makes us fourth, right?
Exactly where we should be. Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly where we should be, man. And like soon to be 3 points off if we just do our job on third.
Yeah.
That is mental. So yeah, Liverpool, Arsenal. And yeah, it is Palace.
Jesse, if we played Sancho on the right more than the left, he would have more assists. He's a better right winger than left winger.
See, I've heard a few people say that as well, to be honest. But
I've said it from the beginning.
I just need him to get a bit more involved. I'll be so real.
Well, if you put him on the right-hand side and Cole Palmer is in the right half space and Reece James is there for support, and on the left-hand side, you have somebody like a Pedro Neto with an Enzo Fernandez in the half space with a Cucurella there for backup, and you have a Liam Delap in the box. Oh, no. there's a whole lot of combination play that can be made out of those because you have a great mixture of right and left foot.
Wait, so add 2 to that?
To what? So my ideal lineup with just some tweaks going forward would be Delap at striker, right wing Jadon Sancho, 10 Palmer, but he would shade to the right-hand side, right? Enzo would be playing the free role in the pivot. He would be on the left-hand side because then you have Palmer coming in on his left foot, Enzo cutting in on his right foot. Both can strike the ball, probably 2 of the better strikers on our team of the ball.
Everton have conceded 1 more, but bless Arta.
And then you have Reece James and Cucurella as the backup in the mix. To me, that's going to be hard as hell to defend because you have a mix of left footers and right footers, and they're going to play. You've got a winger that's going to sit on the touch line. You have a 6/8 that's going to be in that half space, and then you're going to have Cucurella doing Cucurella things. You're not going to want to play that team. And on the other side, you have Jadon Sancho on the touchline, Cole Palmer in the half space, and Reece James there for backup. And you have Delap to tie it all together. Who has played with Cole Palmer? Jadon Sancho.
Right? I think Maresca.
And Maresca, and Joe Shields, and maybe Gittins if he comes.
See, like Keyshawn, that would also just come down to the way we set up the back line too. Although I think we've got Mamadou Sarr coming in and we might need to go get 1 more. Depending on ingoings and outgoings, obviously.
Look, Jackson is a very good player.
And what?
Nicholas Jackson's a very good player. I think people, because he's not putting the ball in the back of the net, discount everything else he does on the pitch. Do you know how many teams would love to have a striker like Nick Jackson that can hold the ball up, can get people involved, and make runs all game long, be physical, play defense?
Bear. If anything, like it's just come down to Jackson wasting chances and like everything else. That's it. There we go. Right, you man, keep running up the likes as well. We got nearly 200 of you man in here. Big up every single one of you. Kickoff. The second half should kick off in like a minute or 2. When has Delap played with? I don't think he has. He hasn't played with Sancho. Has he?
So
no, because I think Sancho was only in
he
the academy for a year or 2. I think.
Yeah, I think he left before. But you don't know that they've not played with each other. They're top talents in England, around the same age group.
Oh, well, so you're talking even like an under 20s team or something. I don't think
it could have been it. Yeah, they're all from the same system, Man City's system, under Joe Shields and Maresca.
Not sure. Yeah, not sure. I wouldn't know anyway.
Delap and Palmer from the same P12 team? PL2 team? Is it PL2 or?
Yeah, it would be PL2. It would be PL2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't brought Estavio in because I think Estavio is not going to start right away. I was talking about who I wanted to be started. I think he'll be here. He'll come on as, hey, we need to go get a goal. You bring Estavio on the pitch and say, have at it, young man.
There we are. Oh yeah, PL2 team. Yeah. Our women's. Yeah, like we were just speaking about that earlier. Just as you said, they're only worth like 1-point-something million.
Yeah.
The women's team.
I think that's
because there's significantly less money in women's football. So yeah, like, I'm not really too shocked to that. I'm not really too shocked with that.
So yeah, there's significantly less money in all women's sports. It doesn't matter which one. I think the only time I've ever seen a woman athlete get paid more than a male athlete was Ronda Rousey. She was the highest paid MMA fighter for a while because her gate was the biggest.
She was so marketable back in the day.
There you go. Tennis is not a real sport.
The what?
Tennis is not a real sport, Freddie.
I mean, it doesn't really take a lot of like
If I can play it now at 50
train or anything.
No.
It's like I don't know what other sport. No, people don't call bowling a sport. I'd hope not.
No, they do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's just like that.
No, you didn't know chess was a sport, did you?
The what?
Chess, the game chess, is a sport.
Really? What they view that as like a mental sport?
There you go.
Oh, bruv. Oh. There we go.
Oh, she did? Okay, I didn't know.
Mad.
Yeah.
No, like, bro, I literally just focus on football. I don't even like keep track of like other sports like that. So no, I didn't know that still.
So you know what's going on with the
That's
WNBA.
just a sport. Today I learned.
You know what's going on with the WNBA, right? They want
The WNBA.
Yeah. They want to make 2% like the men do. Because the men make 2% of the profits. The women want to make 2%. But
Of
they
what,
don't make
men's
it.
profits?
No. They think they should be paid the same. So they want to be paid 2% of the women's profits. However, they don't make any. They actually run losses every year. So they would actually have to pay ownership 2%.
Oh, fucking hell. So what's going to happen with that then?
No, hopefully they'll fold the damn league because there's only like a handful of players worth watching. The rest of it is nonsense. Basically, the male NBA players and owners are paying for women to have a league, so they will be happy. They're subsidizing women to play sport.
Oh, fucking hell, bro. Yo, shout out Sheik in the chat. Big up, bro. Big up Sheik TV. I returned the Rudiger like, yo, that is literally it. Talk to me about football and wrestling and bar that, like, yo, I don't really have a lot. I'm just learning. Always just stick to what I know, innit? Stick to what Elanga's off. Surprised. It's been one of their better outlets.
Probably conditioning. I think he played a full 90. Didn't he play a full 90 earlier this week?
Oh yeah, but it was Tuesday, no?
Yeah,
and like it's Forest, they're not gonna play next midweek.
Yeah. Or maybe he felt something, you never know.
Yeah, it might have been a little tweak. Like you gotta fucking protect him with the other attacking injuries, so maybe you're correct.
But also they do have those sensors on their kits. You know, they wear that stupid woman looking bra thing with the
Yeah.
So that data, they could have received data in there that says, hey, you need to get him off the pitch.
Oh, like he's played too many minutes or something, or fatigue.
Yeah. Sancho lost us the Euros. I'm sure it's only his fault.
Yeah, no, I understand the narrative. It's the same thing with everyone saying Saka let the country down with the other pen. It's like pick and choose. Like when a team's playing Arsenal, they'll chant Saka let the country down. When they were playing United, they chant Sancho and Rashford let the country down.
No, it's your manager who let the country down.
Oh yeah, overall.
I mean,
Bro, man subbed on Henderson to do nothing and then subbed him back off. And then, like, had Saka take the pen when he was inexperienced over the likes of Sterling and Grealish.
No, I just can't believe that he set the lineup the way he did for the pens. It's like, oh, the narrative was written. The way he set up the team to take the pens, right? Who was going to, if somebody missed a pen, who was going to get the blame for that? Who was the last 3 pen takers?
Was it Rashford, Maguire? Because I think Maguire took one late on, and Saka. Was that the last 3?
I thought the last 3 were Sancho, Rashford, and Saka.
Oh wait, we missed 3. They missed 3 in a row.
I don't think they missed 3 in a row, but the narrative would have been set up for who to lose.
Oh, Maguire was second. Raw. Man really missed 3 pens back to back to back. Oh, brother.
Yeah, the narrative was set. I'll blame the manager.
I remember seeing Jorginho take the final penalty, and I've never felt so conflicted in my life. Part of me was thinking, yo, score and run me Ballon d'Or prop. Or, you know what, miss and let it come home so I can have a generational piss up.
Yeah, the last 3 were Rashi, Sancho, and Saka. And what was the narrative after that? You don't, nobody, and guess what? Who never caught any stick for that? The manager.
Oh. No, to be fair, Southgate did get his stick and everything. It was just rivals. Everyone turned it into a tribalism thing.
Yeah, it did.
Immediately. We went straight back to being, okay, England's done now. We're back to supporting our clubs. Yo, Saka's shit, bruv. Man, cost us the trophy. It's all Saka's
I was thinking even more tribalism than that.
Oh, you're thinking a little hint of the racismo. Yeah, that was obviously that too.
It wasn't just a little hint.
Oh yeah, that was a fuck ton. A fuck ton.
And I blame the manager. How can you not know by sending those 3 players out there back to back to back, if something went wrong, how would you not realize that?
Honestly, you know what I think it came down to? He's not been in that situation. Because, like, he wouldn't be thinking, oh, shit, I've just put 3 black guys on a row to take 3 pens. Shit. He just thought, you want to take a pen? Cool. You want to take a pen? Cool. Yeah. I just think it was more naive in terms of, like, even then, it's an inexperienced player going for number 6. You should have pushed that to later.
Yeah. Well, yeah, again, but nowadays, I guess you kind of have to think of those things, don't you?
Yeah, now you do. But, like,
unfortunately,
some people, like, I'd think of it. I don't think Southgate would think of it. Because I just don't think, like, that thought would be in his head.
No. But are we saying now that it should be?
Even then, I just think it more came down to, like, the whole experience thing. Like, you should have had more experienced pen takers take the pens.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that. But, you know, with the way people react to things nowadays, or overreact to things nowadays.
Who was hiding that never stepped up? Sterling and Grealish, I remember specifically. Don't remember who else was still on the bench.
Was Foden out there?
Just checking.
I don't know, okay. All I remember the people who missed, and I was like, oh, this is not going to end well.
Grealish, Sterling, Calvin Phillips, Luke Shaw, Stones, Walker, Pickford. And Mount got subbed off. Rice got subbed off. To be honest, while Grealish and Sterling, there ain't really, like, a lot of players that I would have, like, backed to score a pen anyway.
Because Kane takes them all in a competitive match. For England,
Sterling takes some. He's taken some for City.
Yeah, but
some for us.
Yeah, in a competitive match for England, it's Kane if Kane's on the pitch. And when you do that, everybody else, hey, we don't know if he can make the 10 or not.
Ooh. I think it's the first time that I think that final as well is what started the trend of your best penalty taker taking the first one. Now you see it happen all the time.
Well, I've also seen some people say that they should be the last pen taker, right? To ensure
I can hear the argument for both. But even then, like, sometimes it don't even get to 5.
Yeah. And really and truly, if the person taking the pen is doing their job properly, you're not missing. You know how difficult it is for a goalkeeper to save a penalty that is placed properly? It's near impossible.
Especially if they like do the little stutter step or anything, or like the little jump.
No, you can just stand there like Ivan Toney and just slap it. Because you have to see the speed of the ball, reacting to where the ball is going, Come on, the time is not there to dive in time to make the save.
That's why nearly every penalty that gets saved is usually a bad pen.
Absolutely.
It doesn't go to a corner. You find it around like the half space between the center and the corners. And those are usually the best ones for goalkeepers.
Yeah.
So I hear that, to be honest. I really do.
Yeah, so it's not...
Whipped it. Oh, Hudson Odoi. Too many players. Still a chance for a shot. Fucking hell, that was so wide from Nico Williams. That's fucked. Lawrence, it might as well. I'd take a draw or just whatever. Whatever. There's going to be a Villa win at this point. I don't see Forest coming back from this.
No, I think they pulled people off because they're like, we're not going to win this thing. So
say that again?
I think they pulled the leg off because they thought the game's over and let's not get another forward injury. I'm guessing that's the way it was.
I think it's more like maybe like precautionary. I could hear that one. Because if not, I'd think, okay, maybe just take Elanga off around 60 or something.
Well,
Hudson Odoi on the left again. Cuts inside, wide. A bit better than the last shot, but fuck me. They haven't put... Have they had a shot on target this game?
No.
I don't think they have. Okay, they've had 2 shots on target out of 7. Still not great, though. Oh, man, are clearly missing the striker.
Who do they have playing striker right now? Because Hudson Odoi's on the left.
I don't think they have one. I think it's again like Jota and Hudson Odoi just like being the outlets and Gibbs White behind.
Okay, so is it a 3-4-1-2?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it looks like it. Nah, played back. Oh. Too heavy? Nah. Okay, cool. They've recovered well enough. But Forest cannot retain possession for anything. That's an easy foul to give away too. There you are.
Oh, Lord. So did you see the Crystal Palace game?
Nah, I didn't catch it.
Whew,
They're Reds though.
Anthony Taylor was on smoke. He was on smoke. But all of the second yellows were deserved. There was, I get tired of people bitching about refereeing. If you play well enough, there's no refereeing mistakes that are going to cause you to lose the game. Unless they're blatantly cheating.
I'm with you too. Unless I always say, if it ain't in a Vrabo situation or like the Liverpool Spurs game last season, I don't want to hear it about refs. Ultimately, we just got to do our job.
Yeah,
I think people need to go into games and just expect that the referee is going to fuck up a decision or two. And you just got to deal with it.
Yeah. You just have to look. I have never met a human that doesn't make mistakes. It's just a thing. And guess what? All the referees are humans. All the people that are watching VAR are humans. They're all going to make mistakes. So your job as a football player is to make sure their mistakes don't impact the score, the end of the game, or the result of the match. And if one foul can change the outcome of the match, you didn't do your job. End of story.
Ah, shit.
What happened?
Brother. Breaking news, guys.
No. Maybe you should have took Maresca's advice and stayed out for longer.
He should have taken the surgery.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's on 200K. Got to get him going.
Oh, you're kidding me, bruv. Fuck's sakes.
Yeah. Pour one out for Wesley Fauna's season. It's over. Pour one out.
Yeah, man. Oh, I will do later tonight. Oh, go for Forest! Go for Forest. Jota's pulled one back. All right, 1 goal back. I didn't even see that.
Oh my gosh, it was cheeky as hell.
Ah, okay. Ball played into a box. Jota's just stole the shot from
Like this,
I think that's Elliot Anderson. And he's just snuck that into the corner. Fair play. If you do something like that, you got a bag. You got a bag. So fair play. Ah, fucking hell. Fafana out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, not
That's not the news we wanted.
But it's not shock. It's not a shock. Really is.
I thought it would just be a few weeks. It would just be a few fucking... Oh.
But if you brought him back in a few weeks, he'd just be out again. Because he's not... Yeah. It's not enough time to repair that injury.
Oh, fucking load of stupidness, bro. Ah, can't be bothered, man. Can't be fucking bothered. All right, well, figure it out. I'll figure it out. Well, when are we going to find out what's happened with Lavia?
Yeah, don't hold your breath on that one either.
Yeah, they did say Fafana was going to be out longer before. I remember a source saying that yesterday.
Does anybody think that when Lavia come back, he won't be injured again right away? Like this last time and the time before that? Quit bringing him back. Just let him have the rest of the season off. I would be surprised.
I just want him for the last 4 games. I want front.
Yeah, well, that might be the last 4 games he ever played for
us. Oh, nearly again.
Mm-hmm. This might end up 2-2.
Yeah, go on, Forest. Let's go. This is what we need. This is what we need. At least we got Mamadou Sarr and Santos coming back in for the Club World Cup, thankfully. But
we got Archimpong there. We've got.
Oh yeah, we got centre back depth. It's just like we're still gonna miss the recovery pace.
Mm-hmm.
That and just like the aggression to step out and like press players from the back.
Yeah. HE, I think he only makes 200K a week. Fafana.
Yeah, 200.
He
don't want to go Saudi anyway. He wants his next spot to be Marseille.
Yeah, and Marseille won him. He's from Marseille. He started in the Marseille youth system, I believe.
What?
I think he was in the Marseille youth system, wasn't he? Fafana?
Yes. Either that or he's from Marseille. He's from Marseille.
I know he's got, and I know Deserti wants him. So.
Big up Blues enthusiast saying looks like a proper idiot now when he came on social saying that Maresca was lying about how long he'd be out for. Yeah, I won't lie. He looks stupid for all of that. That and the whole rejecting surgery and everything. It's just not a good look. All in all, it's just not a good look. It's a shame, innit? Such a shame.
And Slamino is actually recovering from an injury. When he was on the bench, he was still injured.
Even then, that brother's like 19 with like barely any first team football. I ain't trying to throw him into the team just yet. I give him some appearances off the bench. Fuck it. I don't care. But yeah, bar that.
And there's no reason to have Anthony.
3 subs. Rashford, Kamara, and Ramsey on. Marlon, Onana, Watkins off. Villa got decent depth. Nah, I doubt there's any clause about that. I doubt there is.
Yeah, that would be no agent in the world would ever agree to having surgeries or anything else like injuries of any sort put in a contract, unless they were unknown injuries and it was somebody that was on in their career and they just wanted a contract. But no, agents aren't agreeing to that.
Should have taken the surgery, man. Because I do remember seeing that coming out in January. Thing from Pies.
The thing is when you have muscle injuries in your legs, if you do not give yourself enough time to recover, because do you think that they're just sitting around doing nothing when they have an injured leg? No, they're still doing work with the other leg, with the other muscles. Well, you tend to overwork those other muscles to compensate for the injury. And what happens?
The last injury was a knee one, though, right? The one before.
Yeah, but that's all legs. You know, you have attachments from your joints to your muscles, right? So all of this, when you start having leg injuries, it's better to take your time, especially when you're young. That's why Saka should have never come back this year. He's going to pick up another injury.
That's why I can also hear your argument to just not play Lavia for the rest of the campaign. And it low-key sounds like that's what they're doing anyway, because what's his name? Maresca said the focus is for next season with him.
Yes, and it should be. Because if you want to get anything out of him, you're going to have to just shut him down and let things heal the correct way.
Facts. Fucking facts, man.
Yeah, Jota reminds me of...
we can't even sell Fofana, to be fair, because I think his book value is still around 51 million or something.
Yeah. Jota is a crackhead Jack Grealish. That's what he looks like, a crackhead, you know. Or the meth crack Jack Grealish.
Grealish if he woke up on the street after a 2-day bender, bro.
That'd
be him.
Yeah, I think it might be a loan with an obligation, Matt. I can see that. Tomor say for Fofana. That's how they do a lot of these things. Just like if Liam Delap is the striker we're going to buy this summer, and I believe it is.
I don't think anyone's going to take an obligation with his fitness, though. It'd have to be an option. Or maybe an obligation with a certain amount of appearances.
That could be as well.
Because it's like, if he shows he can play 25 games, well, maybe.
Well, Sassy's gone. Colwell's not going anywhere. Sorry.
Colwell will only go if we don't get UCL.
And like I said, I'm thinking Europa looks pretty good.
Hey, 2v1, square it. Oh, great work. What? He probably still could have squared it, but he did very well to beat the defense and get himself one-on-one with the keeper.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a new sponsor. Yeah, we ain't gonna think about that till the end of the campaign. Maybe you see a sponsor coming in time for the Club World Cup. I don't know.
Yeah, Fraser, the sponsor, the reason they didn't get a sponsor is because they want to lock in the sponsor at 60 a year. And they couldn't do that with what the competitions we were in this year. So. And I think they were also trying to see how the Man City stuff played out to see if they might not have a partner that might not want to sponsor Chelsea for way more than what the front of the shirt sponsor really should be. So maybe you see our shirt sponsor come in at 80 or 100 million a year. You know, could be. Yep. If we get Champions League football, Jumpman 23 is supposed to take over as our kit maker.
Oh,
And that's
Arsenal
when
fans are fucking idiots, bro. I swear down. Oh, this is what you get for laughing at Gabriel being injured. I said you'll pray for Madrid now. I never laughed at Gabriel, you fucking morons.
well, Fofana was already injured before Gabriel anyway, wasn't he?
No, I think we got the announcements the day after or something.
Yeah, but Fofana missed the last game. So he was already injured before Gabriel got injured. Right?
We didn't play. Oh, close. We didn't play after them though. I don't think we did. I don't remember. I won't front. I really don't remember.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Haters gonna hate.
It's just like what Matt said. They'll just make it about themselves. You go do that.
And really and truly, I don't think that we were planning on Fofana coming back, even if he didn't need surgery. I think they were going to shut him down after this latest one.
I could hear the argument for it, but it's also like,
yeah,
kind of needed it. Kind of needed both of them back.
So it's always best to have your best players on the pitch every time for every minute.
Mm-hmm. That's why I would risk Lavia for those 4 games, but I get if they want to just wait till next season. Or even then, like next season, we will have depth. I wouldn't even be that fussed, to be honest. Oh, close from Asensio.
Am I safe?
Ramsey tries to cut through again. Blocked. Good block.
Please stop gassing up Chalobah. Please. Let's not do this. If you think Chalobah is Chelsea quality center back, brother, that tells me everything I need to know about you. He's not. But even bang average players can have good games where they look world class.
Oh, Rashford, yeesh. That's going to end up in Manchester. Fucking hell.
Ooh, we're looking at that. I don't think that's a...
Yeah, like he's decent. So I say he's just decent. Ain't no needle mover. No, I'm not going Brentford. I'm not going Brentford. So we're going to be live here from 12:30. My next game is either Ipswich or definitely Fulham. Well, I'm definitely doing Fulham away. Chalobah, toss in Colwill. Or toss in Chalobah. I'll be so real. Just bench Colwill. I'll be so real. Is Badiashile fit? Give him a run out.
Tosin Badiashile.
But this is going to be another annoying thing. We're going to go back to like changing our centre backs every week.
Probably so.
Nah, Pachara, I can't be disappointing Kevin Owens. I just feel bad for him. Man's got to go do neck surgery. Just hopefully he can recover and come back to the ring. Toss in Chalobah, yeah. Oh, fuck it. Toss in Chalobah. Fuck it. But just like pick something and stick with it. Just stick with it.
Did you watch the first episode of Mobland?
Nah, I haven't seen it.
Bro, you're going to like it. The cast is great. It's got Tom Hardy in it, man.
What's the name of that show? I'm gonna
Mobland.
Mobland.
It's got Pierce Brosnan in it, Helen Mirren, Tom Hardy.
Alright, calm. Yeah, I'll give that a watch. I've been trying to find a new series.
It's about the mob in England, in London.
Oh, I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna run WrestleMania watch-alongs. We will. Hudson-Odoi. No one in the middle.
I got no striker.
Yeah, it's just like you just run into like avenues and all of that. And make like you would just try and beat a man and put it into the box, but you don't check to see if anyone's in there. Too much on that pass. Too much on that pass from Morato. Nah, he weren't even like twerking like that. He just said he did see himself playing for Marseille in the future.
Yeah, he's from Marseille.
That'll be his next club.
Any other series suggestions? I don't know. I don't watch a lot of new TV because all they're doing is rehashing the old shit. There's a very few new exciting series coming up, in my opinion. But I'll give you some old school ones. Sopranos is always good. You want to see a good Western? Deadwood. HBO.
Deadwood.
Deadwood is freaking class. I mean, it's got Ian McShane in it.
Oh, I don't know him. I'll be real.
He
I'm
is-
terrible with films anyway, to be honest.
He was the hotel leader of the hotel in John Wick.
Oh, swear down.
Yeah, he's in it. His name is Swearingen. And every other word out of his mouth is the F word in this show.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Deadwood is
That's
actually
lit.
based on a true story about a mining town.
Asensio off, John McGinn on. Trying to add some legs into the midfield. McGinn would obviously offer a lot of break-up play. All right, come on. One goal from Forest, we can call it a day. Call it a day. Yes, Daniel. Big up, man.
Big up, big up. Big up, Lou. I've been at the gym, so just been listening in.
How's Jim? How's he doing?
I don't know who that is.
Just left with you, man.
Poch 24, Havertz 23, Sanchez 25. I think that'll be my ranking. But yeah, Daniel, I'm guessing you've seen the news. Fofana's out for the rest of the campaign.
I mean, yeah. Injury prone guy gets injured. I mean, what's the news there? I wasn't expecting him to play it anyway. Like,
The water is wet, London is blue, bruv. Same two players out
I wasn't expecting
again.
him to play. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Reese, don't follow these guys, I beg, please.
It is what it is. No, the only thing I wanted to actually say was the Jumpman thing. Where did that news come from? Nobody's getting Jumpman. Like,
No, that was last year.
no. Nobody's getting. Even last year, that wasn't on the cards. I can put in the chat why I know this, but that was never on the cards.
Well, that's what
What,
was
Jordan and
reported.
Chelsea?
Yeah, nah. Because it's a kit deal. Jordan only has kit deals.
Right.
Yeah, and we have a current kit deal with Nike till 2032.
But
And
Yeah,
Jordan
but isn't
brand is an
Jordan a Nike
exclusive-
brand?
it's a
Yeah,
Nike
but it's
subsidiary.
like Converse. It's under Nike, but it operates separately.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought
And-
PSG were able to like make the switch themselves too.
Yeah, their
Because
kit
of
deal
that.
ran out. And then Jordan brand
Yeah,
wanted
but like
to
we
do a
would
deal
be
with
able
them
to
because
operate
of-
something similar though, no?
Their deal was out by 2017, and they signed the deal in 2018 with Jordan Brand Paris because of Jordan Brand Paris. That was the whole thing. Why they give him that deal, right? They don't usually, they don't take deals from Nike. So if Nike has a contract with you for 10 years, you're fulfilling that contract. Jordan Brand can't take that deal from them. And we have a deal with Nike till 2032. So I don't know who was.
So
who
it
was
can't
peddling
run
that.
through with that then.
It can. Jordan only does kit deals. That they don't do sponsorships for major clubs. It's just a kit. It's just a kit deal.
Oh,
they're
so
not
you're
gonna
talking
pay you.
about the potential of them being front of shirt sponsor.
Yeah. They don't do front.
Oh,
of shirt
yeah. I
sponsors
didn't think that'd be
for-
the case either.
Yeah. So it only has to be a kit deal. But we're with Nike on a kit deal till 2032. So you can't renegotiate. You can't get out the Nike deal till then. You can renegotiate the Nike deal, but then you have to give them more years. They don't mix like that. They've never mixed like that. So I just don't see that happening.
Patty Altman.
Lewis, I would just like to officially on your stream
Chelsea playing close to 40k for a Sugo. Okay, bless.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jesters.
So on your stream, I just want to go ahead and declare victory over Joey Wobbs. When you call somebody a liar, you've lost.
Wait, what do you mean?
When you answer somebody's tweet and tell them to keep lying, you've lost.
Oh, what was that? Was that what happened?
Yeah.
Lied about what? So I'm just
Well-
getting this thumbnail ready. I'm going to do a video on this after the game.
Well, you remember our discussion about the Chelsea team being the women's team being sold yesterday on your stream, and that
Yes.
Joey said that the UEFA would accept this team being sold, and they didn't. He said he never said that. He said he never said that. He was talking about England. No, sir. You said UEFA.
Oh shit! I'll give that a watch back then. Fuck.
So, and then you want to call me a liar because you thought my source was a human, and it's not. It's an algorithm that I use to search Twitter, social media, and I can sit there and triangulate what everybody's saying, and then I can make my decision on what's going on. And you want proof? I'm the one who broke Sterling to Arsenal. I'm the one.
Was it you? Huh?
Yes, it was me, Sterling to Arsenal.
I really got to pay more attention to saying which takes at this point. Because, fuck, I don't remember this. Well, maybe it's just a weed. You know, it's probably just a weed. Who am I kidding?
I actually said Sterling to Arsenal on a podcast with the reporter who broke it.
Who's the one that broke it?
Well, I don't want to throw shade at anybody. It was Liam Toomey.
Oh, okay. So you're the one that got the picture of him at the training ground, because that's when I thought it was going to happen. I saw him take a picture like 6 days before deadline day there, and I thought, okay, you know what? His kid's in the academy, loan him out to Arsenal. Fuck it.
I'm the one. Hey, AI works, brother.
Hey, Adam, thanks for reminding me about ES Grimes. I ain't heard of that name in a minute, man.
But you know how she got her information.
Yeah, didn't she have like some login to some UEFA thing where you have to like report transfer activity?
Yeah, where they registered interest in players. She had a backdoor, I think, through her ex-husband into the database. So what she reported was actually in the UEFA database. So it's not like it was lawful. Now, not all those deals come off. But when she said that so-and-so was interested in so-and-so, that's because they registered interest with UEFA. So, yeah, I use Grok for just about everything too, Adam. That's my favorite AI out there. And if you do that, you can actually, teams have been using data for years, to figure out who they need to go for, right? So if you can sit there and find a pattern in how they look and sign players and what they're looking for in certain positions, it's very, very easy to find out who exactly they're interested in and who exactly other people are saying they're interested in, just as cover for what's going on there behind the scenes. So it's very easy.
All right, good switch. Oh, good turn.
You missed that? He's Liverpool.
Williams. Again, just across the edge of goal. A lot of these chances have just come down to inches.
Oh, big up, Miss Molina, my favorite Arsenal fan.
Yo, shout out Molina. Big up. Hope you're good.
Sorry you're having a rough day. It'll get better. You play Madrid later on. It gets better.
Oh yeah, hashtag pray for Madrid. Or let's pray for Madrid. So that's what it's become now for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Pattern recognition is where it's at. Oh, big up to my fellow co-host of the Blue Coat Project, Carlito.
Yo, shout out Carlito as well, man. Big up. Always a wind up, but you know what? One of the good ones. One of the good ones.
Well, you know, wind them up. One standing up. Hey, all I got to say is he did save us 3 points yesterday or the other day.
Yeah. Look, that was one of his better games. That's one of his better games. I'll give that one up. Yeah, he said Sanchez Hive. I didn't even like properly deep that, brother. Pick a struggle. I said Havertz, Poch, fucking. Yeah, man. One day we'll have a player we both agree on. One day. Man don't even like Hazard. Last time we won at Brentford was 21-22, but we have a better record at Brentford than when we play Brentford at home.
Yeah, I think his deal with Hazard is because he didn't train. He didn't fulfill his potential. I think that's his beef with Hazard. That he didn't. He could have been much more than what he was.
Trying to push a move to Madrid for years.
Yeah, that too. He didn't like that either.
Yeah, but even then, it was like he weren't being a prick about it like Courtois. So I couldn't hate it.
Yeah,
like, man just wanted to play for Madrid in his career. It's like, oh,
my problem with Hazard is that he never kept himself in athletic shape, right?
But did you hear when he went on Mikel's pod and he said, like, when I went to Madrid and I got injured, I started taking everything seriously at Real Madrid. So when I got injured, I like really tried to rehab and push my body as much as possible, and it just wasn't ready for that.
It's too late.
Like, he thinks if he kept doing the whole lazy thing, he might have played for longer.
No, because you did,
or at least retained his level for a bit longer.
Right, because you did the lazy thing, your body couldn't recover. Yeah. I mean,
he said it was like that's why his body couldn't adapt to like the more rigorous rehabs.
Yeah. You know what's funny? That entire Belgian squad, never reached their full potential, and all of them now look like they have dad bods. If you look at Kevin De Bruyne, that's dad bod FC.
Wait, you say none of them reached their potential?
Not what they could have done together.
As a squad. Okay.
And no, but and individually, yeah. But that's a team. Those are team accomplishments. Kevin De Bruyne is going to MLS now?
I think so, or Saudi,
because his body is broken down. But all of those Belgian players.
Header! Oh, good save. Fuck. Oh, it was offside anyway. Yeah, Lukaku, I don't know, because he could have been a lot more, but the fucker scored like 400 career goals. Like, to a point, it's worked. He has reached a level of the potential, just maybe not the peak.
Yeah. No, I think,
and even then, like, he'll just be known as an Italian great.
Yeah. And I think he overdid the athleticism. He got too big, right? Because when he was younger, he was still a big dude. I mean, for European football. But I think he got over muscled, and I think that took away some of his flexibility.
Rashford, what a tackle!
So, but he went the other way.
I'm thinking, who else? Alderweireld, like he defo reaches potential. That was like one of my favorite centre backs back in the day, even if he was Spurs.
I think the fact that a few of these legends play into their 40s has messed people's minds up to think you're supposed to. Yeah, these guys, 33. Isn't KDB 33?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great time to retire. Even, I mean, he's gonna go play in the MLS for a few years, give us a show, perfect. But 33, you've played a full fucking career. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I think certain guys will even retire earlier back in the day. Just Messi, Ronaldo, and like Thiago Silva, those weirdos who play through like fucking 40, they're just different. Yeah, everybody else, once you're 32, 33, that's it, man. You clock out. Get up out of there. Except you're a keeper. Keepers you can play longer, but still, like, and these guys' their careers are gonna age really, really well once they're done. That's just how it goes. Because I mean, the time that they were at the top, KDB at the top, like his resume is a little crazy. No one would care that he didn't play till he was 38.
Well, it's
like,
not. It's not
Modric and those guys. Those guys are just weird. Like I don't know. They were blessed to not have injuries and shit like that.
Molina, no, we would not get Rodrigo if Enzo did not go the other way. So if Enzo stays, he's not coming to Chelsea.
I don't think Enzo leaves anyway. Or both ways. I just didn't see either or.
Enzo won't leave because Real Madrid don't want him. If they want him,
actually, Real Madrid do want Enzo.
Not really.
Okay, well, talk to Real Madrid fans. They want Enzo for
Real Madrid fan is not the Real Madrid club. I'm talking about the club itself.
Yeah,
the club itself is not interested in buying. They're not interested in buying.
Okay, well, all reports say the otherwise.
What reports?
Bro, I'm not going to go do your research for you.
I haven't seen it.
It's been reported.
If you're telling me
numerous amount of times,
you said all reports.
That
there's a lot of
Real
reports.
Madrid are interested
then
in
tell
Enzo
me. I'll look
Fernandez.
it up.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those reports.
They are. It's just like it's not been great sources that have said it.
I think one of them was Fabrizio's company.
Fabrizio's company?
Yeah, he's part of a conglomeration, though.
Has Fabrizio is the number one Chelsea guy right now. Like,
No,
he really is.
Off the post, fuck.
He's fed all the information.
Yeah, Chelsea in talks because like they rejected the 200 million we sold the women's team to ourselves for because it's apparently a massively inflated selling fee.
And it's UEFA, not BEPL.
Yeah. Because there's two different ones. Like there's UEFA regulations, there's Premier League regulations.
Keyshawn. Nah, I don't like. I mean, I'm just saying we know that fucking club. If they really want your player, they're taking them.
Yeah, but look what they're doing.
Nothing.
Yeah, but they also try and do the cheapskate thing too.
Oh no, 100%. But that's if they feel like think about it with Euro, right? If they feel you're not worth it, they don't mind just saying fuck it. You're not worth that. We're gonna move on. But if they really want you, they have to wait it out maybe one season. Yeah. But the reports will get heavy reports from the big names early on because they're trying to make you force your way out. That's usually what they do. They try to make you force your way out because Enzo has a 7-year contract. If you want Enzo, you have to buy him. There is no run down your contract like you're doing Trent or these guys. Like, so if they really want, they have to buy him. There is no that's the only option. So if that was the case, you would have heard a lot more in there just trying to tap him, make him push his way out.
Well, they don't even know who their coach is going to be next year, Madrid.
Madrid knows. They know.
They're not told that Ancelotti will be their manager next year. Ancelotti has legal issues in Spain right now, even.
Yeah, but he can't get hit with that suspended sentence like they all do.
Yeah, they probably will. But
those guys in Spain
have tax to deal with that
every other year, bro.
Yeah, but at that age, do you want to deal with that when you can just leave?
Lawyers can deal with that. You're not worried about that.
Okay.
Yeah, because like
suspended
sentence, ain't gonna lead tonight.
Pay a couple mil back or whatever it is. Messi
off the bar.
Ramos, all of them got charged with this tax fraud.
Is that Murillo?
Yeah, Murillo.
Oh my God! Come on now.
Fuck. Great hit. Four minutes added time.
They get Vini or Rodrigo in exchange. Of course, I would love that, but come on, they're not getting rid of those guys. Bro.
I can see them getting rid of one of them. They have way too many right-footed left wingers on the team.
Vini and Rodrigo have played like 3 years together,
right? Mm-hmm.
And Mbappe definitely wouldn't be the one.
And they got like 2 Champions Leagues and 2 league titles. So
probably would be Rodrigo.
This shit works. Yeah, Rodrigo. If Rodrigo wants to leave, yes.
Through Rashford, through the chip. Over. Oh, Sells just got back in time.
Oh, man, Mr. Chip. Dead food, man. Come on now.
Way too much. Like, that spent way too much time in the air. Oh, no, it's bounced off Sells. He didn't even chip it over him. He chipped it into his knee. Yeah, you know what? That's just not really a good finish. If you're going to chip it, get it over the damn keeper minimum. Okay, now. 2 minutes left of the game, though.
That's my thing. I don't mind. I love Enzo Fernandez. I'm fine with Enzo Fernandez going to Real Madrid if Rodrigo comes the other way and Santos gets to start. I'm good with that.
No, I love Santos. Even I've criticized Enzo a lot, but I feel like it's why do people want to sell him when he's finally getting good? Like,
no, but because I get Rodrigo at left wing.
If you want Rodrigo, you can try. Rodrigo has got the Rodrigo thing. If he doesn't want to leave, he's not going to leave. So I don't think that even really like it's give us Enzo, then we'll let him go. No, if he wants to leave, you can buy him straight up.
Volley blocked.
But I'm not telling Enzo right when he's trying to figure shit out here. That doesn't make sense.
Oh no, they've already come out and said they're not selling Enzo. But that whole scenario would be fine with me because I think Andre Santos has the potential to be better than Enzo Fernandez because he actually has pace.
I agree too. I'm Santos
and strength.
I think Santos should start either way with Enzo and Caicedo.
You want to go to a 4-3-3?
Yeah. I mean, it makes the most sense. I'm not losing the goals that I'm getting from Enzo. I'm adding even more goals with Santos. And
I can't say I can't say that I don't disagree with that. I mean, it puts Palmer in a little bit more space on the wing. No, Estevao is a given, Matt. Estevao is a given. And Estevao can play multiple positions. Estevao can play wing. He can play 10.
Forest.
So, yeah.
Full time. Damn it. Well, you know what? That does mean we're 3 points off third if we win.
Yes, sir. We gotta get that W.
It's fine. Like, if we win and we do our job, Villa winning don't mean shit. So, you know what? Calm. Positives regardless. Calm. Lazy eye on third, man. That eye could just be getting a bit more lazier.
Like I had us coming in second this year.
Oh, would that mean they'd be in a Champions League spot or Europa?
Who?
Ajax. I'll check.
Where did Ajax come up?
Oh, Ajax are top, yeah. Ajax back in the Champions League. Yo, yeah. Run me top 5 immediately, bruv. Run me top 5. That's sick, though. Right, you man, though, I'm going to wrap up this stream because I got to go and get this video done and then step out. Jesters, Daniel, though, it's been great to watch the game with you guys as always. It's been a great discussion. Everybody sub to the Blue Code Project. You guys already know what to do. And keep a lookout. I'm going to drop a Fafana video in about 10-15 minutes. So keep a lookout for that. Big up, everybody. I'm going to send you over to Lee Gunner and peace.